You and Your Young Child, a program of information and services available for you and your child from prenatal to age 5. You and Your Young Child has been brought to you in part by the Sternberg Museum of Natural History.
Stop! Where are we going?
The Sternberg!
Don't get left behind. We're waiting for you here at the Sternberg Museum, where there's always new opportunities for
discovery under the dawn.
Hello, and welcome to You and Your Young Child, the program devoted to early childhood. My name is Dana Stanton, and I'm the coordinator of Early Childhood Grants for USD 489. And with me today is Lila Montgomery. Good morning, Lila.
Good morning, Dana.
Now, Lila, tell us what organization you work for and what do you do there?
I work for Early Childhood Connections. We're now located down at Washington School all together, and we're loving it. And I am the Education and Disabilities Coordinator for Early Childhood Connections.
Now, when I first talked to you about being on the program, I thought, well, maybe we could talk about the Daddy and Me program, but we're going to expand it a bit and talk about how important fathers and parents, how important it is for them to be involved in their child's life. So tell us a little more about family and fatherhood and involvement.
Okay, about 10 years ago, we went to a conference in Dallas, and it was a father involvement conference, and Carla Bixenman and I developed our father involvement plan, and our philosophy that we developed with input from the rest of the team was that we believe a child is most successful when they have a loving relationship with both their mother and their father. The key to that is a healthy, loving relationship. And so that was our plan that we put in place.
Now, I know there's probably lots of research and things that go into, those sort of things. So tell us about the research.
Yes, we have lots of research that you can read up on, and we like to focus on the positive impact. There's a lot of negative stuff out there, and we all hear that all the time. So when we were developing what we wanted to share with family and with community, we wanted to focus on the positive research. And some of that is that a child that has a loving relationship with both mother and father shows up more ready for school, more confident, and has more successful adult relationships later on in life. Some fun stuff that we like to talk about is that a mother, when she picks up her child, will pick the child up typically 8 to 9 out of 10 times the same way, in a more nurturing, close hold, where a dad, on the other hand, depending on the age of the baby, will pick the child up 9 out of 10 times in a different way. Under the arm, over the shoulders, sometimes by their feet. So a child learns that moms and dads interact differently, and that's okay. That at a park, a mom will keep a child closer, where a dad will say, climb a little higher, run
Go
a
for
little
it, buddy.
further.
Yeah.
So one encourages that sense of nurturance and stability. The other maybe the more curiosity. Hello world, here I am.
Now, what kind of plan did you develop?
Well, our first plan was that we wanted to involve the parent that was not the residential parent. So the child is living with one parent maybe, and we wanted to make sure that that other parent, whether it's the mom or the dad, was involved. Whether that be by offering home visits to that parent, parent-teacher conferences, results of screenings, whatever way we could help that parent to be involved with their child in the same manner as the parent that the child is living with. And sometimes that even extends to parents that are incarcerated, parents that are living in another state. We might send information to them, that kind of plan.
Anything to get positive interaction. So what are some of the goals?
Some of the goals are to, believe it or not, the biggest barrier to a father being involved with the child is the mother. So we want to improve that communication between mom and dad, that to see that you're both equally important to that child. So that is a big thing, to improve that communication, to improve the awareness in the community and with our staff members of how important it is to involve both mother and father. And sometimes that can be as simple as even when both parents are in the household and we call up and dad answers the phone and we say, "Can I talk to mom?"
Yeah.
realizing that moms and dads can both be involved equally.
Yes. One of the things that was crossing my mind is, what if the dad isn't in the picture? I'm thinking of my own childhood. My father died when I was very young. So how do you approach that sort of situation?
We stress the importance of a father figure, whether that is grandpa, an uncle, a cousin, a brother, to the whatever, to encourage that. Maybe a teacher, because we all know, we've read the research, seen the public service announcements, that are you the one that got involved with that child to help them be successful? Sometimes it's mom, sometimes it's dad, sometimes it's a coach. When somebody is being successful, they'll attribute it to somebody that made a difference in their lives, made them feel special, showed them that they were safe and cared for.
Now, say there's someone out in our community who wants to know more about, involvement of a father or the family together, or they're interested in some of the activities that we offer that kind of help promote that and help, get fathers more involved. How would they contact you?
They can call me at Early Childhood Connections at Washington. The number there is 623-2430.
Okay. Now, are there events monthly that you have?
Yes. From September to May, we have what we call Daddy and Me events, which we highlight the importance of a father to be involved, but everybody is welcome. We have moms bring their children, grandparents bring their children, and we try to have them in the community, because that was part of our plan to increase awareness in the community of how important having a father involved is. But also it had a double bonus, because then parents can see what great resources we have in our community, for whether it's going to the public library, going to the fire department, going to Home Depot, the museum. Our first one was at Precision Valley, where we had them play putt-putt, and we got parfaits from McDonald's. So we just, some people might say, well, that's not really age appropriate for my child. She's only 6 months old. But the important thing is parents having fun with their child. Maybe mom and dad or mom and grandma come. One holds the child, the other putt-putts. They're involved with their child, doing something fun, having a good time. And we all know when you laugh and have a good time, that encourages that brain development in a positive way.
Yes, wonderful. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you, Dana.
You've been watching You and Your Young Child, the program devoted to early childhood. Parents, remember, you are your child's first and best teacher. Thank you.
You and Your Young Child, a program of information and services available for you and your child from prenatal to age 5. You and Your Young Child has been brought to you in part by the Sternberg Museum of Natural History.